And we are live!
No, I'm Luna.
I don't think I'm alive
dead.
either.
Alright, this is the end of the stream, guys. Sorry. I'm afraid due to some complications, we'll actually... No, I'm kidding. Hello! Sorry for the bit of a delay. There was a few things that had to be taken care of beforehand, before the session started.
By the way, don't forget to advertise.
Indeed. Jaffa. Oh yeah. I'll be doing advertising as well. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your personal opinion, Jaffa may or may not have been lecturing the D&D party on philosophy and biology and other different things, stalling for time, and apparently people's brains are melting. So.
Deals with simple declarative propositions.
Wait.
While
I have a
first order
question.
logic additionally covers predicates and
sorry.
quantification.
Sorry,
These are going to be
Luna, what was
important
your question?
concepts going into the session.
What's a brain?
Well, it's the thing that the nut's stored in.
Oh god.
Because as everyone knows, there are 3 constants. 1, pee is stored in the balls. 2, nut is stored in the brain. 3, I have a serious headache right now.
Wait, so when I pee, does it
John,
come
where's
from my
the gun?
brain?
No. Pee
I don't
is in
need
the
for you guys, I just
balls,
need it for myself.
nut is in the brain, and I have a serious headache right now.
Jesus Christ.
So who wants to
So-
learn fuzzy logic?
So,
No.
Devin's down to like 6 lives right at this point.
so if I swallow, do I absorb somebody's knowledge?
Oh my god, okay.
Yeah.
No, come back, Lake!
Taxi!
I don't know. We if we're gonna follow science, we gotta test this proposition.
Nope. Not
Nope.
today. Let's
Nope,
please
weird.
continue.
This is my stream might be flagged as 18+, but that's a bit
No, I wasn't saying we would do it on screen. No, don't be barbaric. We'll conduct a scientific study for a large enough sample size, get definitive results.
No.
We're not
that's the reason
cavemen.
why this is 18+.
We have
It's the higher
technology.
science.
God, what the hell has my life?
18 plus refers to college level
I
science.
ask that every time Jaffa opens.
So what happened
your mouth.
last, right? Recap? Anyone? Recap?
Yes, let's do the recap, please.
Yes, sure.
Let's talk about me almost dying.
Yes. I am more than that. I am more than willing to talk about your character like almost getting brutally murdered. No, I'm kidding. I swear I didn't.
Well,
do that
murder is the
intentionally.
illegal killing of someone.
Jesus.
All right, all right. Listen here.
Jaffa,
you shit.
I will kill you in the game and then go to your. Actually, no, I can't say that.
I was gonna say, Jaffa, if you continue this.
It's okay. That was the last one. I promise.
I'm just gonna say, get your next
if you continue
character
this
ready.
train of bullshit, you shall be exempt from the inspiration for this fucking session.
That's the last one. I promise.
Yes, because Elrit's not the only one after your character then.
Wait, is it my birth week? Wait, hold the fuck up. Is it my birth week? Wait. Is
Okay,
April 9th this week?
Yes, I think.
Then it's
No.
my birth week.
Nice.
I think you
would
get
be-
it next one.
Yeah,
Because,
you'd be getting it next session.
yeah,
Okay, Gord.
I
because
we don't
mine
have
was
session.
yeah.
God.
That would be
Anyway, I suppose I should ask the question, finally, though I feel like I don't necessarily need to ask this. Is everyone ready to play some Dungeons & Dragons?
Yes.
Yes,
Presumably.
I'm ready to
Yes.
play Dunces and Drag Hands.
Also, wait, hang on. Oh, that's why it's being weird. Okay. Sorry. For a second there, OBS was acting fucky. I was like, why can't I select that thing? Okay, there was a thing open I had to close.
Boo-boo.
Sorry. No!
And that adds a few years to my life.
Of course. Anyway, it makes up for all the lyrics
John
that you
Doe
lost
is
from
always amazing.
Jaffa's Bolshevik. Anyway, so what does everyone recall happened last session that they feel is important to note?
Tabby and I were being chased by a slug monster, and Tabby ran off like a cat,
No.
and I had to face it off and basically outrun its patience. And it nearly died trying.
You know him
You
leaving was
did put up an
validated.
impressive fight, though.
Yeah, you got out of that with the skin of your fucking teeth.
And that's probably all I had left.
Damn.
Party finally united.
Yeah. We decided that we should check on the outpost.
Yes.
And during that, we met the former pirates.
Yes, yes,
Some
we
of them.
did.
Pirates had a, not schism,
Mutiny.
Mutiny.
mutiny. Thank you. They had a mutiny, and the pirates who mutinied fled after being severely wounded. And we met up with them by chance.
Something about the Ivory Fleet as well.
For reference, here was the leader of said mutinous group that we guys saw. Yeah, you got something to say for the class?
Nope.
Okay.
And
Because
Ruka gave them Amulet of Lux passage on the Lux, so that Viserion could enter the city plausibly, as well as a letter with her seal on it, her family
Okay.
seal on it.
Yeah. Just to
Addressing
clarify,
the
you sent your like quote unquote new one. You did not send the old one, the ancient one that was that you still have in your possession.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Not the good one.
Yeah. Not the old magic one. Fair enough. So, is there anything else that the party recalls?
I believe we left off when the pirates were leaving in the morning. I think is where we left off.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I suppose in that case, going on to inspiration. Going down the list. Oh, sorry, one other thing to note for the stream goers. Unfortunately, Amelie, aka Cleo, is not available for this session due to, stuff going on their end. I believe they'll be available next session? So don't quote me on that. I forget if it was either next week or the week after. Nonetheless.
I forgot how sexy this pirate man was. But also,
Thanks for your input, Luna.
why do his abs look like a circular hole that people just stuffed uncooked chicken in?
I don't know what to tell you, man.
You're welcome.
Anyway, going on to inspiration.
not next
of course-
week. The week after that is when
Yeah,
Cleo-
Cleo
After
moved
that?
on.
Okay.
But
Okay. Yeah. I was about to say that. I forgot. I forgot if it was next week or the week after. That's fair. Nonetheless, first roll. Of course, first roll I got is a 5, which unfortunately Amelie's not here. So we'll roll again. This one was again a 5. Okay, there we go. This time we got a 1, so Aelric gets a point of inspiration.
deserved.
Indeed. And then we have a 4. So Lily somehow gets a point of inspiration.
I'm inspired to be done with lectures for this session.
Indeed. So,
It's not a reward. I just want to remind you. If you think it is, I'll
Anyways.
remind you that it's not a reward.
So, as the mutinous band of pirates, hopefully turning over a new leaf for themselves in life, heading down the coastline as the sun is slowly rising upon the horizon, and morning starts to take root. What are you guys doing?
Me personally, I'm trying to get back into character. It's been a while.
That is indeed quite fair, though what is Aelric doing?
resting still, probably trying to continue to recover, even though he hasn't suffered any long-term injuries from that
That's fair, yeah.
chase.
Physically, you're doing alright. Mentally and emotionally, well...
Yeah, I'm shaken.
The Enigma is seated or like standing right in front of the bonfire doing an interpretive dance that is trying to depict the exit of an apple pie from an oven.
Roll performance? Great start! Amazing start to the game.
Performance.
Hang on. Somehow, in a manner of fate or pure unadulterated skill, they're able to convey impeccably and perfectly the concept of an apple pie being taken from an oven, as all of you watch in awe, fear, confusion.
I'm surprised that something so mundane can be so fluid. And beautiful in a way.
You can almost smell the cinnamon in the air.
God. For a brief moment in everyone's collective consciousness,
and then you realize that's
yes.
Elrid trying to calm himself down. Cinnamon in the air. Prestidigitate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Like the dance is so good that you unconsciously do it.
I don't think it's that bad.
No.
He just continues doing it until we're all ready to leave.
I guess Lily will start packing up tents.
Fair enough. Yeah. As everyone starts packing up their things and starting to get ready for the day. There we go. That's why I was wondering things were weird.
Tabby's gonna walk out of the tent and look around, seeing the scuff marks on the beach and the Enigma's interpretive dance in question. Something happened last night. 'Cause he was asleep the entire
right.
time.
Oh yeah, you were out cold.
Yeah, we had a meeting with some once ill-mannered folk.
And you just
You're
left
to
him
try
into
to
our
understand
campsite.
that, are you?
At this point, just rather let it go. A lot of crazy shit's been happening, so why not? Why not let a band of ill-tempered men into our area?
Well, they weren't that ill-tempered. They were bad off. Terribly injured.
Desperate and in need of care.
I see. So not a threat. Got it.
Yes,
Not a
they-
threat, and willing to turn over a new leaf in Araner.
Well, that's what you chose. Where are we headed to next?
I suppose the outpost.
Right.
Okay, so suppose in that case, are you guys packing up and heading off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just choosing my spells out for the moment.
Yep, absolutely.
Today's
yeah.
spells.
Yep, all you guys got a long rest. You guys can choose your spells and whatnot and prep what needs to be done.
At this point, the oven is now her bag, and she is now ceremoniously putting things in it as if they are apple pies going into an oven.
All right.
It is majestic. Okay, so I suppose in that case, All right, at the dawn of the next day, which I believe at this rate it's the 22nd.
Yeah, I think it's 22nd.
Yeah, I
22nd.
believe it's.
Or hold on, did we go through another night? Last session.
Oh, I counted that. It is the 22nd.
Okay, it is 22nd. Okay.
God, we need to designate like we need to designate just a fucking timekeeper, to basically just keep track of the clock every single day, or at least to keep track of the calendar, because I need to actually update the fucking calendar on shit to keep track of my stuff.
I have it usually updated every session, so.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so it is. So this was the dawn of the 22nd day, I do believe. So, I suppose in that case, as we get started, who's navigating, who is scouting, who is taking their shifts during the day?
The rules for hunting for survival supplies, that's a survival check, right?
For survival materials? Yes, this is
Yeah.
a survival check.
Okay. We probably need some of those.
Oh right, I need to drop down my.
Instead of, like, alchemy supplies.
Oh right, yeah, we are getting down to.
So-
Ooh.
Who has the highest survival of the group at the moment? Because Amoy's gone.
I have a 1 in survival. That's.
I got -1.
Nah.
What is...
What's yours?
Give me Enigma.
What?
What's your survival?
Oh, 4.
Nah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there
You're
you go.
Take the
Oh,
map.
right, yeah, they're navigating. Yeah.
Take the map.
So I'm navigating, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, so which
Okay.
direction you going?
I suppose north, like directly north.
Directly north. I will clarify for the sake of this. Heading directly north, there actually is that's basically the base of the mountain. Hang on.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like the mountain basically it goes like, hang on,
Northwest?
like here.
What?
It's a cutoff. It's a cutoff.
Where was the impact?
Yeah,
Look
where
at
was
the
the
map.
impact?
The impact, everyone recalls, was basically here.
Okay, we should go there then.
Is there.
I suppose.
We should go here then.
Yeah.
All right.
Ready for round 2, Elrid?
I mean, yeah, I just. Out of character, we need to get to the outpost so we can get some fresh water. In character, yeah, yes, I guess, yeah.
And to make sure they're still alive.
Yeah,
That
well,
too.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't want to encounter that again when I'm out here. So yeah, let's try and kill it.
Okay, so
For scout then, and the other positions.
Perception of 3 here.
We do need survival supplies pretty badly, as well. And Tabby's is 0, right?
Yeah.
Oh, looks like I'm the survival. I guess I'm not going to be scouting. I'm going for.
What's Tabby's perception?
+2.
Then I guess your scout, Elrid's gatherer.
Yeah.
I'm scouting.
suppose in that case, Brain. Enigma, roll survival. Tabby, roll perception. And for Aelred, roll survival for grabbing them goodies. It's an 11.
12.
Doing great.
Let's get
thus
another
far.
10.
Enigma?
What am I doing? Rolling for survival, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes.
Great start to the day.
Mhm.
You need to roll it out of the way.
Hey, it's already a mapped out area, so it shouldn't have been that bad.
True to some degree, however. Hang on. Let me actually check because this is still in the middle of the woods.
Right.
This is not. I forgot. Hang on. Sorry, I have to. The curse of a DM having 500 tabs up. But it's fine. Do that.
Computer's on fire. This is fine.
Well, it's a +2 for Forest.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm just trying to recall certain other things. DC.
I don't know what the base DC for this location though is.
Right. Ah, yes. Okay. So, in that case, for the Enigma, if you could roll a D4 for me, please.
All right. Oof.
A 1. Okay. So, as you're trying to bushwhack through, making your way through the woods and trying to help, like, kind of making your way through the underbrush and the foliage. Yeah, indeed. And you know, kind of passing from tree to tree. Eventually, you kind of make your way, like, oh, there's a clearing up ahead, and looking out, you see almost kind of in like just a straight path, going through the woods. There is a trail of broken, like fallen over, snapped trees and like piles of ash and cinder.
Hey, well, at least we went in the right direction.
And Tabby and Elridge, you vaguely recognize this area as the locale that you were chased through.
It's not quite the right direction.
Good works.
The Enigma looks at Tabby and Aelred and just audibly blinks.
I'm gonna try and snatch the map from the Enigma.
Is this a contested check?
If you would like to resist, absolutely.
Acrobatics?
Rip them.
Yep.
Oh, rip
This
them
would be Aelred athletics against Enigma's athletics or acrobatics. Basically grapple. Yeah. How I like to think that the Enigma just becomes like noticeably taller, and to basically just hold it above Aelred's head, like nah, you can't get it.
She grows to like 7 feet tall.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
Being a sore person who does not want to deal with this right now and just wants to get this over with, sweeps one of her legs out if she goes tall.
Make an unarmed attack.
Oh my god.
Let me find it unarmed.
D20 plus strength.
Alright, I'll just roll D20.
Yeah, it would be just a strength check basically.
Oh, strength.
That hits.
Sorry.
Yeah,
That's,
I mean, yeah, still that's a 17
19.
plus mod. That definitely hits.
Yeah, 19.
Roll damage. Actually, no, it's just, sorry, that's not roll. It's just one
Yeah.
1 plus your strength mod.
So 3.
Yeah, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you get hit right in the shin.
Oh!
No, I don't want her to take damage. I just want her to to fall down. I don't want.
That's fair. Yeah, you're basically thrown off balance, like, oh shit.
Can I make an
Yes.
acrobatics check to not fall off?
Sure.
Fuck!
Nice.
Roll for severity.
Can we say that not only does she fall, but
Okay,
she drops the map? And it
I
lands
rolled
my
for
hands?
severity. I got a 19. You do take those 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall face first in the dirt, and you hear a bit of a pop.
What's the pop?
Sounds like a bone.
The Enigma stays face down flat on the floor for like a solid 5 seconds.
Yeah. For a moment, the moment they fall face first, everyone hears like a crack noise, and then just the Enigma's body is just still.
Elrin's gonna slowly walk up and take the map and also put down a cure wounds on her.
Okay. Roll for it.
Sorry.
Abby.
Sorry. Yeah, level 1.
Abby's just go.
Yeah, you're
She
back
says
to full.
nothing. She says nothing. And she slowly gets up, dignified, dusts off her skirt. Says nothing. And then she casts Phantasmal Force.
God. Can I please say for flavor, as you're casting Phantasmal Force, everyone sees like her shoulder is like kind of dislocated as she turns around, and then just as part of this, she just takes a moment, just pops it back into place as she holds up her arm for the spell to be cast.
Yeah.
I did heal you.
True.
She casts Phantasmal Force, and the phantasm she's trying to create in Aelred's mind is, there's a beehive on his head. His head is in a beehive.
Well, I'm glad I created a few new characters for this.
Alright, Aelred, if you want to make an intelligence save.
Intelligence save. Let's see.
Oh, wait. May I, before he does that, may I, sorry, before I actually cast Phantasmal Force, may I, as a bonus action, expend a bardic inspiration to use, unsettling words to roll a d6 to subtract it from his save?
Roll a d6.
Yes!
So that makes their intelligence save down to a 3.
Roll just to see if I
So
really want to be
Aelred,
this
you're
petty.
just sitting,
No, I
you're
don't.
just sitting there minding
Wait,
your own
wait.
business, like, okay, I think they're healed now. You hear a pop noise, and then all of a sudden, all you can hear is buzzing and like this liquid substance pouring down your face, and everything is dark. Wait, is my head in a beehive?
Yeah. And note that nobody else can see it. Only he can.
Now you feel the stinging.
Oh my god.
Make it a wisdom save at disadvantage. Privately. Oh yeah, no, he is panicking.
Just
That's
like
a
everyone
dec-
just. There's just a sudden feeling of running around the place.
The Enigma opens her umbrella and looks away. Serves you right.
Now, okay. Hang on, I'm trying to check how the actual damage works for this.
It's 1d6 a turn, and every turn, if he can identify that it's a delusion, he can has an action. He can roll investigation.
All right, in that case,
To
roll an investigation
disbelieve.
check.
No,
I,
I'm fine with it just dealing, let's say, 2d6 damage, and then it's done. But yeah, he can
Yeah.
roll investigation for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Can I, do I know that a spell was cast?
I mean, the Enigma wasn't really hiding it.
Do I know what the spell was?
You saw the Enigma cast a spell, and now Aelred is currently screaming.
And basically running around, panicking.
They're running around,
I'll-
arms flailing.
Waving his arms in front of his face, just like
Like,
trying to...
get it off! Like,
Lily says to the Enigma, please drop that or use the magic missile.
I wonder, is the slug thing gonna kill us, or are we just gonna kill us?
Wait. And the Enigma looks at a watch that does not exist on her wrist, and after 12 seconds, she snaps and
I will
drops the spell.
after you don't respond, it's magic missile.
No, she did respond. She said, wait, and then holds
Yes.
her finger up. Holds
And
her finger up.
after 6 seconds.
Wow, we're gonna murder each other, huh?
Yeah, that's just what I said. Jesus.
Roll for magic missile damage.
You have to
So-
roll
Six damage.
I believe versus each of these, if I'm correct.
So,
Are you sure?
there's a...
They're step missiles, so that or it's a D20. It's a DC 20 concentration. One of the two.
Yeah, no, you take damage 3 times, so you have to roll concentration thrice.
Yeah, so roll 3 con
Ah.
saves. Have fun.
Ha!
I'll say if this continues any further for fucking rolling initiative, I swear to God. Kidding.
And you
I
definitely
save on
failed
all
the
3.
second. No, you failed the second. Isn't it a 10 plus damage?
No.
I
Wait.
believe it is. I mean,
Hang on. What the fuck is happening?
I know. What the hell? I was just trying to get the map so that I could start navigating, but no. Instead, we're fighting each other.
What's the point of you navigating? My survival is higher.
There's
Because
a
you just him roleplaying. Just like I don't want to deal with this anymore. I just want to kill this thing. Just trying to.
the DC equals 10 or half the damage taken, whichever
So-
is.
So I
Yeah.
succeed.
So all 3 of them save. So there's a sudden, basically, flurry of a flock of birds flying in the air, in the forest as these blasts of arcane magic go off. And I like to think after boom, 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 the Enigma takes the damage. Her hair is just blasted back in like the cartoon, like black, like singe, as she's like still looking at her wrist after 12 seconds pass, and done.
He is.
Aelred takes 4 points of psychic.
I would actually like to request that it's blunt damage.
It's
Bludgeoning
psychic damage. That's
As
what
I
the
run
spell
into a
does.
tree somewhere.
Oh, yeah, it's like, as you're running around, you just like, dunk! And then it's just, suddenly the
It's 4
beehive
points?
is gone, but your head is swimming.
It was 4 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay.
He's gotta help Elrid to his feet.
Yeah.
The Enigma like just quickly just like fixes herself
Yeah, you
after
just...
getting hit by 3 magic missiles.
Are we
yeah,
done
you literally,
mucking around?
You literally just wave your hand and just, your hair and clothing are back to fine.
Hmm. She picks up
I-
the map that was probably dropped
No.
by him running around.
Oh, that is true. What would I need to roll to hold on to the map?
I don't, well, because you failed the check earlier to try to take it, you
No,
never in-
well,
you
no,
never got your hands on it.
because she dropped it during that.
Did I?
Also, I don't
Yeah,
think-
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
we're dropping it to cast the spell briefly, yeah. Though, considering the fact that your head was in a beehive and your arms were flailing around, I don't think you're really concerned with the map, unfortunately, as it's just kind of at the Enigma's feet.
That's fair. Okay.
And after that, the Enigma just flips the bird at Lilaruka and like sticks her tongue out like yeah.
Nonetheless,
Why is she
and
part of
that's
this?
the morning.
The sad part
As-
is that she kind of saved us during Ballmaster's fight.
She saved you, God. Oh Lord.
Said kinda.
Nonetheless,
Kind of. All right. Fair.
nonetheless, at this rate now, as it's going on to the afternoon, I presume the Enigma is still navigating.
Mhm. She's holding on to that map and nobody's taking it from her.
Oh, what about
Okay.
the survivor check earlier? Was that a failure?
Oh, with the 12, from, I believe that was Tabby? Yeah, Tabby. That and also the check for gathering survival materials, unfortunately, also failed.
Got it. Okay. Just want to make sure.
Also, I'm just gonna cast Lay on Hands on myself just to recover
That's
4
fine.
hit points.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
When the
yeah.
battle's lost and won, and when the hurly burly is done, I don't know why I fucking quoted Macbeth out of nowhere. No, but the Enigma's gonna look around and see the damage, of the surrounding forest, and she's gonna turn to Tabby because frankly she just doesn't want to look at Aelred right now. I presume this was caused by the beast that you found?
That was chasing us, yes. The entire
Hmm.
way.
It's quite large.
I have no idea.
That's what she said.
That's what your mom said
Hilarious.
last night, darling. Anyway,
My mother's
He's
probably
ready.
dead.
good for her. Doesn't have to deal with a failure like you.
Oh!
Oh. That you may not have been
I am
casting
making
vicious
a
mockery,
wisdom
but
save.
holy shit.
I'm gonna make a wisdom save for this shit. Okay, I do not try and kill you on sight.
Let's just say that if I were a mother, I wouldn't want to live to see my son grow up to be like you. I hate myself. What is this bitter
Nonetheless,
energy we've created?
You
Anyway,
are a horrid one.
Another word, Enigma, and you get it.
Let's just go to the outpost. Stop
Yes, let's
fighting.
she's looking at the map and ready to navigate, but the entire time she looks at the map, she hums vocal exercises to herself quietly.
Okay. Alright, in that case, roll survival. Also, for the thing, Tabby, the only thing of note that you have found in this forest is the chaos that the rest of your party is creating.
Hmm.
Alright, that's
Let's
18.
see here.
And then perception.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's
right.
like, my survival was larger than yours.
Nonetheless. So.
I don't think the Enigma had a survival.
I rolled it.
Yep, it was 15.
My survival is larger than yours.
Is it?
Elwood
No,
said
the
my survival
roll
is
was
larger than
larger.
Oh
yours.
no, the dice roll was.
Yes,
bigger.
I'm aware,
Ah.
but it sounded like a euphemism.
Yes, it was.
Hilarious. Anyways.
God.
So, the Enigma, I presume you're heading north.
Yes.
Okay, so. As you basically just kind of like, you're looking down at the map before you're just like, wait a minute, I could just follow the trail. I could just follow this fucking burnt, fucking warpath, just following the way to the base of the mountain, presumably. Because this continues heading north as you just continue through this clearing. And
Abby's gonna
eventually-
instinctively pull his mask up.
That's fair. And as
Oh right, and
the...
Aelred also has his own makeshift mask.
Yep, and wrap that around your mouth. And as you're moving further and further north, there's still somewhat this lingering scent of that kind of like decaying low tide, like very rank. It's much fainter than having it basically burning your nostrils a few nights ago. But, it's mixing that with the smell of, like, ash and char. That's kind of looking around this place. As you can see, like, luckily, with the, the forest isn't around here isn't super dry, so it didn't end up, causing a fucking inferno. But there's definitely, like, there's definitely some charring on, like, some of the wood and some of the trees nearby, in this kind of clearing that weren't, like, ripped over and, dissolved and all that shit. Eventually, as you guys end up making your way to where, passing by the original contact point at that little valley past the cave, and basically you just see a patch of like burnt, like it looks like it was slashed and burned, like in this area. Just this faint lingering like low tide
Flashbacks.
car like smell. Well, that too. Smell and PTSD.
Nom.
Yeah, like-
Nom again.
Like, despite the smell being like fainter, it's still like the bad memory associated with it.
It's still absolutely noticeable, especially for you two.
Fortunate Son starts playing in Elred's head.
Mm-hmm. At least it doesn't
Red
smell like
sun.
napalm. But nonetheless, there's like very like small lingering bits of like Tabby, you do kind of faintly notice this, lingering bits of like that kind of like tar-like kind of viscous, sticky substance. That little bits and pieces that didn't end up catching fire during the blaze, but they're still just kind of like sticking there. Unlike like sort of like sort of lower-ish hanging branches and whatnot, kind of like around the edge of this, you know, battlefield, if you want to call it that.
His eyes just narrow at it. Just, ugh. It's absolute grossed out. That's the word. Whatever. Anyway.
Okay, so. However, as you are doing this and continuing your way north, it doesn't take too far of a trek, and before you end up basically kind of climbing your way up up over a hill and looking out to see this pretty sizable crater at the base of the mountain. The impact site's probably about like what? How big to describe it? Almost like 90 to 100. Like the crater itself seems to be about 120, 130 feet in diameter.
That's pretty large.
Is there like any noticeable like shell or anything in the center of it?
There is. At the base, like at the very center of this impact site, you can see it from this distance. Probably about maybe 20, 25 feet in diameter. It's hard to get accurate proportions from this size from this distance, but nonetheless, it's at the very least about like maybe a little bit bigger than the you know, frog-like octopus creature thing that you guys end up fighting. And it seems to be this almost this porous, almost like sponge-like, you know, kind of like exterior. However, one thing you do note, taking a look now at this point, you do actually see kind of cresting, like coming out from the clearing on like another side of this locale. Because there, you know, there's a basically there's the width at the base of the impact site where the crater is. About even like 60 or 70 feet from that crater, there's also, you know, like basically charred and turned over trees and whatnot that basically, you know, just took fucking damage just from the shockwave. You do see kind of passing through in between the trees. It looks like about 6 or 7 people. Seemingly, looks like one of them is like going down to like basically slide their way down into the crater, looking like they're taking a closer look. Seemingly to the dismay of a few of the other members, as you can kind of like hear at the faintest bit of shouting, just like, "What are you doing? Get him back up here!" As it looks like.
Any attire?
Oh, attire.
Any attire? Yeah.
Looking at them. Looks like they're wearing fairly plain, almost like peasant attire.
Okay.
The majority of them.
Also,
While like one of them does have
Like-
like sort of a fairly plain white robes, that are kind of like with with the robe kind of going down more to like basically to the knees, and you can kind of see like leggings underneath. It looks like they do have like either like a staff or some sort of like a wand or similar spellcasting kind of device in the one hand. And you actually do see 2 of the individuals probably look like, at this rate, probably either hunters or a patrol or something along those lines. They are actually carrying, looks like they're carrying either a freshly hunted or very recently hunted deer, just kind of pulled over like one shoulder, while another guy's like carrying the front legs.
I should also ask, speaking about that, what survival materials do I find with my 16?
Yes. Yeah. As the party is making their way up to this point, kind of like basically just kind of like keeping it periodically, just keeping an eye on your party as you're just like kind of scouting out the nearby area, looking for various, for usable like wood and rocks and other things that could probably be cobbled together into for some kind of basic construction material. Roll for me. Sorry, I have to actually find it. Roll for me 2d4 and add your con mods.
2d4.
That's 8.
And
Damn,
Constitution.
max.
Constitution is 2, so 10.
So you managed to get 10 survival materials. As you're basically just kind of like bundling it up with a piece of twine, like basically
And-
like wood and stone
these
and clay.
survival
that you
tools
can
would be
kinda
like
get in nearby area.
wood. Is these like construction materials or food?
Survival materials. This is more like construction materials for like starting up a fire,
Okay,
starting up a shelter.
the wood. Okay, gotcha. So 10
yeah.
points. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. Technically, it's not just wood. It's other things on top of that for the sake of
I gotcha.
Nonetheless. But yeah, nonetheless, as you're just kind of like bundling up all these different pieces with like a spare bit of twine that you have, and just kind of looking out, seeing what the rest of the party is looking at, seeing for one this fucking crater, and two,
Jesus.
looks like a band of either like hunters or patrolmen or something. Which one of them seems to be like basically sliding down. So it looks like in either like hunter or peasant kind of garb. Kind of sliding down into the crater, and looks like they're trying to get a closer look at the meteorite itself. As you hear hear the faint shouting.
Yeah, Aelred will shout out, "Oi!
Hmm?
Oi there!"
Yeah. As you yell that out, that's when actually a few people end up. You can kind of see them turning their heads, and you can see like a few of them kind of just waving out. Oi! Friend or foe?
Probably friend. We don't want to. We came here to see what's going on.
Where are you from?
Difficult question to answer.
Where'd you come from?
Arena.
Come on, then. As you just see looks like a human gentleman, just kind of like waving, kind of gesturing for you guys to come forward.
Elrid will at least. We'll go.
Make sure Gerald doesn't do anything stupid.
Yeah, okay. With that, I will go down into the pit and then investigate with this Gerald.
Okay.
How wide was the crater again in diameter? You said
120,
The crater about as you're kind of getting as you're getting closer to it, kind of like it's a bit of a ballpark number, but probably at least 130 feet at this point, maybe bigger.
feet. Okay.
Yeah. Still a pretty fucking sizable dent, and it also probably goes at least about maybe basically 30 feet or more deep at the center.
So it's not only like walking down; it's just like a slide down, really.
Yeah, it's more of like a bowl, kind of
Yeah.
going in.
Mhm.
That's like kind of like tilted on its side because it's half impacted into the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
But you still kind of have to like kind of slide down, kind of curving back basically into like the lowest kind of point. Kind of looking, kind of like half looking up at where the meteorite itself is, which you kind of have to climb up a little bit. Yeah, and at this point, it doesn't take long for you to catch up to who you realize now is Gerald, which looks to be a younger-ish human gentleman. Looks like he has like kind of like either like patchy or like a very matted like dirty blonde hair. The barest hint of stubble on his face. That it looks like he's basically practically trying to get it to grow. And it's like, oh yeah, I have a beard, totally. See.
It's a ghost. It's a ghost stash. Ghost
Yes,
beard.
yeah, exactly. There you go. That's the word.
It's raw, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like,
Oh. Gerald, I want to observe this from a distance first, and then before we, go and touch it. Don't
well,
know
it's
what's
just a
still
rock.
in there.
Can't do any harm.
Yeah, but something. I'll explain when we get up there, and I'm gonna basically just drag him away from this thing.
Come on, you're not the boss of me. Come on. He says like you still managed to just drag him. It's like pulling him up.
I looked at him and was like, I fucking insist.
Can the Enigma see and hear this?
At this point, yeah. But first off, Ailerade, roll me persuasion or intimidation of your choice.
Persuasion, since that's higher.
Okay, 17. He just says, "All right, fine. Look, I just wanted a souvenir, man."
We can get them once we know this is safe.
Fine, fun.
It's like,
he just climb. At this point, he's like, he just
Shut
kind of
up,
gestures
Dad.
like, "Let go of me. I'll climb back out."
Yeah,
Like,
I'll let go of him. He's just like, shut up, Dad.
yeah, basically. Yeah, you're looking at this guy. He's probably like what, 16? Like looking at this guy.
I'm not that much older.
True, but it's still, as he's just kind of like gonna hand over hand, just kind of climbing your way up, like whatever spare rocks can kind of make your way through.
Go through.
Hilarious. And eventually just. All right. All right, look. Who are you again?
I am, sorry. Introductions. I am, Aelred Valenti, Count of the House of Valenti. At your service. Who are you
Quick
on?
question. I'm trying to remember. Stupid question. Do you openly wear a holy symbol?
I don't wear it.
Okay.
I have it on my person, but I don't wear it.
Yeah, what else?
Openly.
Wait a minute. You're son elf, aren't you?
I mean, I present my face. I just like hands in my face, like.
Yes. You're. I presume you also a fellow worshipper of Callian.
Yes, I am.
I think
I
we get
think we
many
hear
of those
this.
folks in the mainland. Yeah, you do.
Wait.
You do hear this, and he's not being quiet.
The Enigma
Yeah.
rolls her eyes and mutters under her breath, "Should have left him there."
I'm gonna roll perception.
I was about to say, roll stealth, Enigma.
Hold on. Her stealth is actually kind of high.
Please be low. Damn it. Okay.
18. All right, and then perception.
Okay. I'll roll perception.
Nope. And,
Yeah. All right.
And Gerald barely doesn't notice. Yeah, as he just kind of nods. Yeah, well, I suppose you're supposed to be interested in. We're actually building a church currently at the morning outpost.
What?
Just
Why
for
are
the
you
day's
building a
walk.
church? Oh Lord. I appreciate the work you're doing, but I don't think missionary work is best in these conditions. Pirates. There is a. Well. I think
What the-
I've heard some other nasty things out there.
Well, if nothing else, Callian's will and his strength will aid us out here in these dangerous lands.
Hmm.
And if nothing else, if
Just be
there's any,
careful.
if there are any that are willing to convert and are willing to make peace with Callian's light, then they're welcome here, no matter their past.
Suppose it's fair. But
Yeah,
I would
and
be
it's
careful because-
as Gerald's kind of saying this, at this point you do see more looks to be an elven gentleman, wood elf, seemingly more by the looks of it. It's just kind of like nods, kind of sagely acknowledgement to what Gerald is saying.
I'm trying to recall. Was Gerald the one that was installed at the outpost?
No.
Okay. So Gerald is the one I'm talking to right now.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Well, where's the leader of this band here?
Oh, he kind of just gestures forward. I am. technically. As this one, you see the wood elven gentleman in the white robes. It looks like a staff, kind of like hand carved in one hand. I am at least the resident acolyte of this scouting party, ensuring if there are any injuries or hunting accidents, I would be the one to guide them.
And I'm guessing you came out here to investigate this thing.
Well, we are partially on a patrol, patrolling around the base of the mountain, ensuring if there's going to be any threats coming from the anywhere between the mountain pass and the coast, which so far we haven't found much, but we're at least also getting some food for ourselves and seeing what we can bring back to the outpost. And we just so happened to, of course, hear the impact a few nights ago, and Gerald here insisted that we at least investigate, ensuring that in case there were any injured. And I agreed, though if I knew he was going to be just getting a souvenir, I would not have taken
John,
his
you
word
are
so
kind of
lightly.
John, you are kind of coming in a little faint. Just
Oh,
let you
am I
know.
going quiet?
Yeah, you're going a little quiet just when you're mumbling.
I don't know what's going on with this mic. Hang on.
It's just like you're talking fainter, and I can sort of make it out, but it's hard, especially with the music.
That's fair enough. Sorry. Am I coming in a little louder?
Yep.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Anyway,
Somewhat.
either way, if I knew that Gerald here was going to be he was driven solely by greed, if I suppose you want to put it that way, and only looking for cheap knickknacks, as Gerald just kind of looks like basically looks like a kid with the hand in the cookie jar, kind of look like, come on, man, like. But it was something worth investigating nonetheless.
I would be careful around this thing because we saw the same thing, and one of my compatriots, the cat-eared one over there, he and I were
Greetings. Sorry. As he only now did he notice Tabby, so he was like, oh, oh shit. And just kind of nods like, hello.
Basic hand gesture for greeting.
Mm-hmm.
We immediately went to investigate, unlike some people glaring especially at the Enigma, but also at the other ladies. And we ran into a most horrid creature. It's about 10 foot tall slug. I don't want to say it vomited. That's the better word. Vomited out this tar-like substance
Oh heavens.
that it seemed to sense through. My compatriot and I, we barely got out by the skin of our teeth. I almost died before it decided that we were not worth the chase and wandered off. And
Blessed be that you managed to make it alive.
yeah, I am certainly. I will not forget that. And
Well, if you ever see this abomination, or whatever devilish creature that presumably came from, you say it came from this impact.
yeah, we think it came from this.
Let's see. Well, I suppose we shall have to keep a better watch during the night. Let's see.
Yes.
We have more than just predators to keep an eye for. You know what that means, Gregory? I'm afraid you'll have to be taking at least part of the night shift for tonight, as part of your punishment for your insubordination as well as your greed. As Gerald just kind of he begrudgingly just nods in acceptance.
I'm sorry, who is this, Gregory? Because you were
Sorry, Gerald. Gerald.
Okay, Gerald. Sorry.
Yeah, I misspoke. Yeah. Messing up my G names, apparently. Yes. Oh, my apologies. I never introduced myself. I am Kilrunan.
Kilrunan.
good one. Pleasure to meet you. One of a recent acolyte, as part of the new church, Decalion, that we are erecting out here at the outpost.
Oh, okay, you're part of the outpost. Well, maybe you can help. We were going to investigate and see what was going on around with you, making sure you're all right.
Oh, well, at least this is the first we've heard about any sort of creatures stalking the night. That might be important to note. So, for at least from what I heard, from what I do know, which has only about a day or two out at this rate, progress has been going fairly well. We haven't run into any serious threats thus far, outside of, the occasional, bear wolf that might rear its head, but nothing that the paladins couldn't take care of.
Well, as long as we're here, we might as well investigate like Gerald wants to. No, well, not like how Gerald wants to. We should investigate first from a distance to make sure it's safe.
Yeah. There's a moment where Gerald's like, and then like, can I at least he just kind of he just kind of like taps your shoulder briefly. Can I, if you're gonna go up there, can I at least have just a little piece of it?
Once we find out if it's safe. If it is safe, yes, you can, and we'll be taking some more probably to study it.
Yes.
But if it is safe, and now I like to investigate if it is safe or not.
If that's what must be done. And he just kind of like goes back over his group and kind of pouts. As like one, it looks like one of the other human guys who looks like either his older brother or something. Just pats his shoulder like, there, man.
And now I would like to investigate this.
Okay, so as presuming you slide
Sorry,
your way down.
I should not be dominating the conversation. I apologize.
Yeah, what's the rest of the party doing? As Aelred's just been kind of talking back and forth between looks like the scouting party.
I would like to investigate the crater.
Okay, yeah. So as you're talking, you're like, oh, I probably should go investigate. You just see Lily just sliding down into basically into the crater itself.
I was I'm about to say something. It was like, well, that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else following Lily?
The Enigma follows.
Okay.
Tabby will investigate the egg.
The egg.
I think the meteor.
Also, I just realized there's still beach sounds going on. You guys aren't near a beach.
I mean, well, we are, but I don't think the Enigma would appreciate being called by that.
God damn it.
No, she probably has it like tattooed somewhere. Of course,
Yeah,
it's not a
Enigma,
permanent tattoo.
Did you?
Hello?
Did you log out of Roll20?
Yeah, by accident. I'm logging back in.
Oh. Nope. Okay, so as you did you roll investigation check, Lily?
Oh, thought I did.
Okay, well,
There we go.
oh, 17.
Nice.
And we did
Totally.
one.
I was going to help with that investigation of the meteorite, but Tabby's got that on lock.
Never mind. I guess we're
That's
good. Sorry, I know that was Lily and Tabby. Did anyone else slide down?
The Enigma.
The Enigma. Okay, yeah. So Enigma has you coming down as well.
I'll just
You're
roll.
it's
Yeah, nothing.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Wow, this is a really big rock. No. Yeah. Well, I guess for the Enigma, just going off first. Looking kind of around, like you do kind of note closer-ish to the impact site. Like as you're about to go slide down, you can almost kind of make out like the grass in the area almost seems to be kind of like, yes, it is, like dried up and kind of withered. But there's also this kind of like blackish, like charcoal, like ashy kind of tinge to it. in a sort of like in a bit of a radius, kind of in just sporadic patches around this crater. As well as also, by the looks of it, like empty patches of just straight up like empty patches where there's just no grass. Like it was like either removed or like shoveled up, and just it's just patch of like tilled over dirt.
Okay. The Enigma is going to. She doesn't have anything to scoop out loose dirt, so I think she's just gonna use a bell.
Sure.
Like she's gonna use like a lunch bell to kind of just scoop out some loose dirt and keep it in her bag.
Yep, you have a sample of impact site dirt.
Yep, and some grass. She will also take some grass, some dirt
Okay,
and
yeah.
grass.
Yep, you just kind of like just pop up a piece and just put it, just kind of stuff it in the bell as well. And like the some of the other like the patrol party just kind of looks at you a little quizzically, just as you're doing this.
What?
They just kind of just shrug and brush it off and just kind of continue like it looks like the two of them that had the deer have since like laid it down and seem to be well, because we're gonna be staying here for a while, might as well do something with it. It looks like
This is CSI Catalan now.
As soon as like they start looking away, the Enigma just like rolls her eyes, goes back to what she was doing, and mumbles to herself, "Who put you on this planet?"
God damn it. I get the reference. But yeah, that's the main thing you kind of notice, like, before, obviously, everything going in. Though, as you look out to the crater itself, just kind of keeping, like, a bird's eye view, compared to the rest of the guys doing closer in. This definitely looks like it was, surprisingly enough, or luckily enough, there doesn't seem to be, if there was any kind of, like, there was no kind of, like, cave-in or landslide, at least on this side of the mountain. Just basically from where, the impact was made, and then, rocks and whatnot flew up from that.
Mhm.
Like, there was no cave, like, the mountain hasn't been destabilized, for lack of a better term.
Could you describe the crater to me again real quick? Like, no, sorry, not the crater. The what's left of the meteor asteroid thing.
Yes. Okay. So the meteorite itself, it is this solid, like very basically like like pumice, or just like kind of like a volcanic black rock, just kind of in like
okay.
texture, kind of like in its basically in its what's the word? In its texture and color. How it's it's very much this kind of like porous, like very ashy coal black kind of exterior. Some pock marks on it seem to be incredibly tiny, while others seem to be like much noticeably larger, like you could fit your hand in there. And like, if for all intents and purposes, it seems to be like kind of just looking around it, it's almost kind of sponge-like. This is more for like even just for Lily and Tabby getting a closer look. It's, of course, yeah, it's still dense and hard like a rock. It doesn't squish, but like it's incredibly porous in the interior. Like it almost kind of like looking in from one of the holes. It's almost like noticeably more and more pockets of air until it's almost just this kind of like very loose, like this very loose lattice kind of like network.
Okay. Two
And
things.
That's the rock of the impact.
Yeah.
Like basically,
questions.
it seems to be getting less and less dense going towards the center. Like the exterior is like harder and denser.
Well, is that the rock of the mountain or the rock of the
That's the meteorite.
projectile? Okay,
That's the projectile.
Just wanted to clarify.
Yes.
Two
sorry.
questions. Firstly, are there any loose shards of this meteor, or is it like one big piece? Answer that one first.
Yeah. From the looks of it, kind of looking around the place, it seems mostly intact. Like it didn't, it didn't either the meteorite itself didn't fracture or split in half, or anything like that during impact. Most of the rubble and whatnot seems to be like native rock.
I see.
That seems to be scattered about the place. You know, from
Secondly,
the impact
and-
of the mountain.
Secondly, and only you will understand this question: is it suitably pretty?
I mean, it's certainly funky looking. It's certainly very unique. At the very least, looking to it. It's almost like for Lily and Tabby kind of looking like as you're getting closer, there is this slight like almost kind of quartz like kind of like reflective sheen to it, like very kind of sporadically. So like it is technically faintly sparkly. If that's any incentive. But nonetheless.
And
So,
I'm
yeah,
guessing it's like difficult to lift.
Yeah, this is a massive fucking hunk. Like it's probably about like I mentioned, it's only a bit larger than the toadopus creature.
I see.
Like it's probably about 20. It's approximately about 20 feet in diameter.
I'll wait
see.
for everyone else's investigations to be completed
absolutely.
before I ask my question, which could be very important.
Lily with a 17. As you're just kind of looking at these marks, you know, looking at these holes in the substance itself, and just kind of looking at the area around it, like it almost seems like what's what I'm thinking of? They almost seem to be more like acidic in nature, like almost as if like either like it was either like eroded or like worn, like these holes were like bored or worn away like into the substance, almost as if like, you know, like you poured acid onto like a rock and it slowly, you know, like basically burrowed its way down. They're very clean, like basically holes and chambers going in, like it's not very jagged or anything, like it didn't seem to have been dug or anything like that in the standard sense. However, Tabby with the natural 20, as you're just kind of looking at this, it seems like looking at how it seems to be getting less and less dense the further in, it seems almost as if the interior was almost holding either pockets of this acidic substance or whatever the hell it was, and then after it impacted, that acidic substance proceeded to leach its way out and basically burn holes out of the substance, basically out into the world.
Okay.
Almost
With
as if
that-
like this was a vessel holding something, and then it basically burned its way out.
Egg.
Though
Elred's gonna look.
Though you're absolutely sorry, one more thing. Though you're, of course, you're looking at the size of these holes, like none of these would be big enough for that creature to fit through. Like most, like if anything, they're like the biggest holes that you're seeing are about as big as your fist. Like, so like, there's no way this thing crawled out of it, unless it had some other method of escaping.
Oh
If it-
God. Elred is going to look for either Tar itself or the remains of Tar.
Okay, in that case, roll me another investigation.
And I have a question for Elred later.
Natural one.
I'm gonna use inspiration on that
All right, go for it.
because I want to be certain that we are safe. And this thing isn't gonna come charging out of the woodwork.
13. You're
That's
kind
better.
of like, as you're seeing this, you're looking, kind of taking a hint from the Enigma's research currently, just kind of shoveling dirt and grass from the immediate area. You're starting to take a look at the tree line around this crater, and you're realizing there are some like intermittent patches of like empty clearing. And as you start to walk your way over towards it, you're realizing now, kind of looking, there are like kind of just brushing a bit at the ground at these like empty, you know, kind of clearings. there is this faint kind of like blackish substance, almost like dough. And like almost like this tar-like substance itself is almost like seeping into the dirt. At this
Same,
rate.
the same one that
You take a
Tabby
whiff.
and I encountered.
Yeah, you take a whiff. It smells like decay and low tides.
And it's
like that very
the same-
similar smell.
All right.
I
I am not.
Judging by the looks of this, it presumably was feeding here. And
Okay.
and then proceed to either just leave it, or they vomited up some of the substance, and now it's been sinking into the dirt and mixing with it.
Is it acidic, and will it contact it? It's like sort of like a spider's web. Would it contact the creature that created it?
You're looking at
Oh.
basically this patch of like slime dirt, slime mixed dirt. It seems to be a patch only about like 10, maybe 15 feet in diameter. Like it doesn't like looking at it, there are no strands that seem to connect elsewhere. By the looks of this. So it looks like this is just an individual spot. And as you kind of hold it up in your hands, it's very sticky.
Oh no! Oh, I'm not touching it. I am not. Touching
Okay,
it
yeah. Or just like like it's not really acidic burning. Though
Okay.
even just like like either poking it with a stick or like doing other stuff to just kind of like inspect it. It's very sticky. It's very clean.
Okay.
Like
All right. So it's not gonna like. It's okay. So it's not psychically connected. It's not going to. All right.
like you actually do, as you're kind of like sifting through the dirt, you actually do see looks like a half, like kind of like half of like the skull of like some kind of animal that seems to have been either buried in this slime dirt or whatever the hell it was, that's since been kind of like in the process of being decomposed or dissolved or what. It looks like a squirrel or something along those lines.
All right.
As like most of the flesh is basically gone, and all that's left is kind of like patches of skin and like mostly the skull. Though even then, that looks kind of like you kind of poke it, and you realize it's kind of like it's soft.
Yeah, it's soft and it's like that. Yeah, I'm walking away from there and just walking to the groups. Like,
Yeah.
all right, I think it's safe. We might be able to take back a few samples.
Okay. And at the moment of hearing that, Gerald just like takes a deep breath, and he goes to take a step down before once again Killerin just kind of holds up a hand like nope, stay here, and just like they shall give it to you in turn. Patience, young man. And he's just
All
kind
right.
of. So, looking back to the inside the research site, the impact site, looking around. Is there anything else you guys are doing looking at this thing?
I have a question.
Yes.
With my natural 20, do I know if the meteorite is flammable?
Of course.
No.
Of course you'd ask. Of course you'd ask that. By the looks of it, you don't see any. As much as the rock itself is more of like this, like coal black kind of color. You don't seem to
Right.
notice any presence of the tar itself, either coating or inside this thing.
Alright.
However, with the natural 20, as you're just kind of looking in, like trying to look for any like trace substance, any like any traces of any sort of material, you do realize there is a bit of like this, as much as I hate to refer to it as this viscous kind of whitish substance. That's like a very thin layer around like basically like some of the holes in the rock that you can like either like maybe scrape at to get a sample or something else along those
There's
lines.
a thin white substance around the holes.
Hush. Hush.
Shut up.
I didn't want to say it, but yes.
It is what it is, like, but not what
It's-
we think it
It
is.
could be like embryonic, like
Yeah.
an embryo.
It's almost
Or-
yeah. It's very translucent. It's like I say it's kind of whitish, but it's fairly translucent. Like it's a very thin layer that you'd have to basically like scalp up a bit of
You're
a sample
not
to actually get
helping.
color. All right, look, like I can't. What else do I fucking describe this shit as? Like,
Lily, do you
it's-
have any vials?
Plenty.
okay,
Have a,
Clarification: vials that don't have things in them.
yes,
Okay.
still plenty.
All right.
Also, the flammable question was because of Tabby's paranoia, not because of arson.
fair enough. Yeah, you do not see any tar. You do not see any tar here, though. You see a different substance.
So if Lily provided the vial, Tabby's going to try and get some of this off-colored substance.
Okay. All right. As you start to like, you basically just kind of, you either pull out your knife or just something like a long, just kind of implement to start kind of like shoveling out.
What are my
some of
mini
it.
daggers?
Yeah, you got stuff that can fit in there. To be able to scrape stuff out. Yeah, you managed to at least kind of keeping the vial next to one of the sponge like orifices, and just kind of like scrape it out. Roll an intelligence check.
We're about to say saving throw.
I was considering if it was a save, but this would be a check.
Just a straight up check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Natural 1.
I have nothing
Okay.
to defend that.
Okay. All right, I rolled fairly low.
Wait, Tabby, don't you have like your nat 20 birthday
I'm
nat?
I'm not using it.
Not
Okay.
used on this. Fair enough.
All right.
It's weird. Like now now that you actually have like basically a vial of the substance, like trying to get like looking at an ocean, like a larger pool of like a liquid to actually see like what color it is. Like trying to scrape this together into one vial to actually like try to get a better look to inspect it. So you just kind of like get it and like swirl around, hold it up to the light. It's weird looking at it. It's like your brain isn't processing what the hell it's looking at. It's weirdly prismatic in a kind of way. Like it almost seems to be like flashing different colors, but it's almost the only way I can describe it. It's almost like your brain is missing information to properly process what you're seeing.
I wouldn't say kaleidoscopic, but
God, it's yes, but no. Like kaleidoscopic meets prismatic. Like
right.
It's mysterious colors, like anything you've seen on Earth.
I hesitate to call it that. Yeah. Like.
Right.
Oh boy.
Even if I like swirl it around, that's what it does. It's just the
You
weird.
swirl around, it even
any
gets
color.
it gets more active, like with this weird effect.
I'm gonna try.
Tabby,
Okay.
Tabby was just gonna tear some more of his cloak and wrap the vial up.
Yep. Yeah, you just cork it and then just wrap it up in your cloak.
In my bag.
Yep.
So what should I name this vial?
Impact
Jerry.
site liquid.
Aelred's gonna try and carve out 4 probably hand-sized rocks chunks out of this.
From the projectile, the meteorite.
Yeah, the meteorite. Yep.
What are you using to try to carve?
I have wood carver's tools, but that's probably the. I don't have a pickaxe, unfortunately.
I was
We
about to
have a
say.
pickaxe.
Oh,
We have a.
who has the pickaxe?
I do. It should be equipment.
Okay.
Miner's pick. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say 1
so-
for Gerald, and then 3 for like samples for
All
people who
right.
actually know this.
In that
shit.
case, roll an athletics check.
All right.
As presumably you're being given the pick.
Yep. Thank you.
9.
All right.
This stuff is hard as hell. Like,
If I'm not making any
there's
progress-
almost like this metallic tang like impacting against it, like you're hitting against steel.
Wait, don't we have that raft that we're still carrying around?
No, unfortunately.
Oh.
You know, I think
It's on the
you
map
got-
currently.
yeah, you guys left it on the beach.
Yeah, that's that
Left
little.
on the beach. Do.
Stepping on the beach.
Okay. Is there any way we can? I know we could try and maybe get Ambrose out here, and maybe he can teleport it to teleport it back. What are you doing,
Lily, what the fuck are you doing?
What is going on?
Jeff? What are you doing?
A ridiculously complex question to determine the mass of the projectile.
Wow.
All right, look. With all due respect, I'm not a physics major, so I did not take this into account. It's a big rock. It's got a big crater, and there's an area
Yeah, there
around
are-
it that's like burnt trees and shit. Like
There are some assumptions made here that can really change a lot of things.
I will say, for the sake of this, with the natural 20, this is a very dense, almost metallic-like substance. Almost metallic in like density, and not density, or like what's the word? Not talkiness, whatever. Resistance to getting damage.
Hardness.
Hardness. Thank you. Hardness compared to metal. However, like looking at it, it seems that the outer coat, the outer shell, seems to be a lot denser with like this lattice network. Whereas as it gets closer to the middle, it's thinner and thinner and thinner. Though actually getting something in there to actually like hollow it out to try to like pull out some of it might be a bit tricky.
I hate to suggest this, but I think we leave this here, and just to appease Gerald's insatiable appetite for souvenirs, we get some of that tarish substance and give that to him.
Wait, how large is the metal part of this?
The entire meteorite is about 20-ish feet in diameter.
Okay. So
Still doing math. All right.
it's way too heavy for Tensor's floating disk, right?
Yep. Absolutely. That, and it's also embedded in the mountain, so you'd have to basically dig it out first.
I would
Is there
say
any part that's easier to chop off? Like you said, there were
it's-
more porous parts.
Well, it's fairly okay. It's fairly like consistent with like the amount of holes like kind of all around it. It's just kind of like some of them. It's mostly like larger-ish holes with a few smaller ones kind of intermittently between. For all intents and purposes, it's fairly consistent throughout the entire surface in terms of its density, for lack of a better term. It's roughly about like it's ovular in shape. Like it's not a perfect sphere. It's kind of like elongated slightly. looking
Okay.
at it.
Question: does anyone have a climber's kit that would include pythons?
I believe a bunch
Hi.
of y'all got pythons.
I
have
an idea.
All I have
Hammers,
is a
I have
pipe.
Titan.
Yeah, does anyone have any pythons?
I have my
Yeah, Tabby
climber's
does.
kit, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so pythons are like metal spikes, right?
Correct.
Oh, I know.
We have a portable ram. We could ram a spike into one of the holes to try to force a break.
You want to crack this thing open like a fucking geode.
Basically, yes, except we're
Big.
using the python as the cracker.
When you have
To
it,
split a part off.
when you have a really big hammer, everything starts looking like a nail.
And the portable ram gives bonuses of +4.
All right, Thor.
All right, so
Who is the highest athletics?
I believe that's I believe that's
Tabby, I think.
Oh, actually, I think it is Tabby, actually.
Yeah.
Then can we have Elrod assist
Yeah.
with
all
the
right.
ram?
Alright, in that case, we got Aelred and Tabby.
I'll hold down the Python while Tabby hammers it.
Well, yeah, well, actually, the Python can kind of be just, like, fit in one of the holes, and then both, basically, Aelred and Tabby have the battering ram in either hand.
That's
like, basically, alright, 1, 2, 3! Alright, Tabby, make an athletics check at advantage.
and a +4 from
And
battery
+4
ram.
because the portable ram.
Is that athletics?
Yes.
Yeah. Athletics at advantage and +4.
Oh,
Shit.
wow.
Natural 20! +4, so it's 28.
So, DM, did you really expect us to do this?
You know, out of all the things I expected on the list today, this was not one of them. Okay. So,
Cracking it open like an egg.
as you do 1, 2, 3, and boom! Slam this metal python into the rock. There's a sudden loud crack. As there is now a massive, like, basically connecting from, like, basically, like, porous hole to hole, this massive crack going down the entire length of this meteorite. You split this fucker in half.
Can we move the other half?
It's a jawbreaker.
Now, with a natural 20, it seems to have, with basically the force of the crack and kind of pushing to both sides, it's still lodged in the mountain. However, it seems to have gotten a bit looser.
Can mold earth help excavate it from the dirt, or is it harder than?
This is not dirt. This is hard rock.
This would be
Like-
mold stone.
Yeah, we could use the miner's pick to try to chip away at the exterior rock, just to get it loose enough to fall out.
You use mold earth to sandwich dirt in between the meteor and the surrounding rock, and then push it out using the dirt.
Wait. Actually, what kind of rock is this?
Roll a
Is
nature
it like?
roll a nature check with disadvantage because this is not a material from this world.
Oh no, not that rock. The rock of the
Oh.
mountain.
The mountain nature check. 17. Presumably igneous of some kind?
Is it
Looks-
porous, igneous, or is it
Uh,
going to be more solid?
It's more solid, looking at it this rate.
But
Okay.
okay,
Physics
but
again.
could you sandwich dirt and then use the dirt from the inside to push it out?
Well, we could. Different solution, I think. Python again. To make a notch in some of the rock. Pour water down the rock.
Does anybody here know
use
shape water?
Yeah, we have water skins.
No, but can anybody shape water?
No.
Okay.
So the best we can do is use the water to try to separate the rock with the pressure addition.
Yeah, like the scout party is looking on at this whole scene like, what the fuck are they doing? as Gerald is like, oh hey, I'm getting a souvenir. Oh god, what's happening?
So we can take
as they see
the
the shell crack.
We can take a python in part of the upper rock face. Hammer it in a little, remove it, then pour water, hammer it in again much harder. And
Alright.
that has a decent chance of separating rock from rock.
I'll say for the sake of this, combining basically all this stuff together, using basically the pythons with the help of like the battering ram and like someone else with the miner's pick, I will allow a person to roll another athletics check at advantage with +4 with all the shit that's going on here.
Abby, you're up.
Again. That's another athletics.
Yep. With +4 and advantage.
23.
Damn!
Okay.
19.
And +4, 23 +4, making that a 27. As suddenly, basically, start putting pythons in around the sides, and like using the miner's pick to start basically making a bit of room. Yeah, actually, quick question: left or right?
Left.
Okay. All right. As basically starting to put pythons on the left side of these two halves. As Tabby starts to basically hammer in half with the battering ram, just trying to get these pythons deep into the rock. All of a sudden, you guys feel a bit of a shift in your feet. As all of a sudden, the entire half of that meteorite dislodges loose and starts making its way down the crater, and like everyone to roll dex saves.
Yeah, I was expecting this.
Is this
Taking
a
us away.
fall? Technically,
What was that?
is this technically a fall?
This is to get out of the way of the rock, as well
Okay,
as
Yes, so probably no fall.
yeah.
It's
Basically, you may or may
We
not
aren't
have
falling from rock.
inadvertently caused a landslide.
Got it. Okay. I thought it was we were like the ones needing to catch ourselves.
Okay, 17, 23, 20, 17. Okay! Damn. Everyone, at the moment they feel around the site, everyone feels the ground kind of shift a bit, and we're like, uh-oh. And everyone quickly, like, dives out of the way, like, climbing up on pythons or doing other things to, like, basically, like, jump over, climbing onto the other side of on the right side of the meteorite, as all of a sudden, as the one half basically gets dislodged loose and starts rolling its way down the mountain. Rolling its way down into the base of the crater, before it kind of like starts tumbling, and then with the momentum it takes, it because with the crater it's kind of a ramp. As the Enigma, you're like, oh fuck, and you quickly dive out of the way as this thing, boom, 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 it basically impacts. You know what? Let me flip a coin.
Is Amelie in this?
Amelie's fine. She's with the other
it flips
scouting
over. It flips over with the flat face down to the earth as it impacts into the ground as there's a spray of dirt everywhere.
God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, but the other side is now exposed.
Correct.
We can look at the core of that side. So what's in the core?
Looking now into the core, it's weird. It's almost like like a bubble wand. Between the ring, there's almost like this like layer of like membrane. Basically just having like a layer of soap, like soapy water, kind of like a different substance. It's almost kind of like this lattice work of this filament, kind of spiraling out. That's almost kind of like, now with the open air, it's kind of like bubbling out, or like kind of like basically just coming out in like little nodules all around the area. And it's seemingly consistency-wise, like the exterior is much darker, though looking interior, it's getting basically softly lighter and lighter to more of like a softer kind of gray. Though, after you've dislodged this basically half of the fucking meteorite, kind of looking where it was lodged in, you can actually see more of those almost like boreholes burrowing deeper into the mountain.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
What does that mean?
There might be more of them.
Can we get a sample of this inner substance?
I think
Yeah.
that's
you-
what
you-
Tabby got.
Yeah, you start kind of just basically swishing it up with swabs and other stuff thing you got to put into a vial, and you got a second vial of this impact site liquid, same as what Tabby has.
Yeah. Okay. I just want more than one. So
All right. And also while you're doing this as well, also roll me intelligence. Excuse me, roll me an intelligence check.
check or save.
Check.
Okay.
12. It's similar to Tabby, just kind of like looking at this substance, and now just almost seeing this as like a lattice work, like basically looking like half of like this sponge like geode kind of going inside. You're not sure if this is making up like these like sort of like flashing prismatic kaleidoscopic colors and patterns. If there's any kind of like substance to it, or if there's something going on here, like your brain, it's almost like looking at an optical illusion where like like as you're staring more and more at it, like your eyes are starting to hurt, like ugh, the fuck is going on?
What's causing the pain? Like what?
You don't know.
The
Like-
liquid, or like looking
Like-
at the meteor in general?
Looking at the liquid in the vial kind of just makes it like a bit of that uncomfortable uneasiness. Looking directly, like basically like full on at the pattern, at the half of this meteorite, it's basically enhanced. Like, oh, what is this? Like your head's kind of swimming a little bit. As
Can
if,
I
like,
try
you-
to like steady my thoughts by, like slowing down and taking it to paper, trying to record patterns or
I'll say
something?
if you're trying to record it, I will say roll a dexterity check with disadvantage.
I'm casting detect magic, ritual casting.
Detect magic? Okay, so.
Yeah.
First off, dex check. Oh, yeah, this is a 13. You're able, like, you start basically with the exterior, just getting, like, the exterior shell, kind of like which, again, looking at it, it's fairly, like, ovular, like, almost, like, not quite egg-shaped, but there's definitely a bit of that, kind of connotation to it. And, like, you start with the exterior, and as you start trying to work your way in, trying to get as much detail as possible, the exterior is okay, trying to work from there. Though as you're getting deeper and deeper, it's getting harder to focus. Like, before after a certain point, you kind of just have to hand wave, like, okay, it's basically, there's more and more, pockets and spheres going towards the middle. Like, okay, whatever, that works.
While Elrid's still ritual casting, can I attempt to use the essence extractor on the liquid still there?
Okay. Let me check
If it's alive, it'll work.
Let me check something
I
real
think.
quick.
Maybe.
Oh boy.
Asterisk. Uncertain.
This... Huh. Let me check something real quick.
This is an Eldritch Abomination. We are not taking any chances.
That is quite indeed fair. Because I need to double check how this item works.
It's technically like a harvest check, but you don't make the check, it seems. You can instead just extract with one of the charges. I think that's how it works.
Right, that was it. It was, you can basically make a, basically, if you have an extraction device, you can expend a charge, if you make a successful check towards getting essence, you can expend a charge to actually extract it. So... Okay. Yeah, it's like, if you succeed on the check, like, basically, if you fail on the check, it doesn't use up the charge.
Can I attempt to harvest creature this essence?
Arcana check at disadvantage?
I will use my inspiration in
Okay.
a vain hope.
Okay, so in that case, it would be a straight roll, which is a 24.
I think that might do it.
Now I need to check another thing real quick. Damn, okay.
Questions nature was not prepared for.
I mean, hey, I sometimes I do this intentionally, so I can always be surprised.
Oh man, those reveals that you're gonna have. Oh, wouldn't it have been so great if you could have done them, but no. No plot twists here. We're discovering them now.
Because I'm trying to check like what kind of essence. Because you did succeed. I'm just trying to double.
It's one of the creature's essence.
Yes.
Whatever the creature is.
Which I'm just trying to remember what level. You would be able to get a singular dosage of Frail Essence.
Okay.
Frail.
Which is basically, it's the, Frail Essence is basically the lowest level of Essence.
Is it
Frail-
specific to the creature, though?
It doesn't, Essence technically doesn't specify.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Though nonetheless, you were able to extract, basically, magic, quote-unquote, from this, either the rock or the substance itself. You're not entirely sure, but whatever you did worked.
Speaking of magic,
What
detect
does
magic.
this essence do?
Essence can be used, in the aid of crafting magic items.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Basically, magic items require either a certain spell slot of a certain level or essence. Or
Of a certain like tier or amount,
basically
or something.
Yeah. In the case of for magic items, hang on, I'm trying to grab the fucking list. Yeah. Like for example, if you don't have any spell slots or you're not a spellcaster, you would need a Frail Essence to make an uncommon magic item. However, in the case with you being a spellcaster, basically if you have, you can technically combine them. So where like if you have a first level spell slot and a Frail Essence, you can make a rare magic item rather than needing a third level spell slot for it. So basically, if you don't have the spell slot available to make the tier of item that you want, like the tier above what you're capable of doing, you can basically combine spell slot plus essence to basically compensate to then get that level of power.
So with second level spells and the frail, I could make rare.
Yeah. For rare, the minimum spell slot required is a third level.
So with the essence, it would work then.
Yes. Basically, with
oh.
with the Frail Essence, it would require a lower level. It would only need a lower level spell slot. Which,
Okay.
yeah.
I get it. Okay.
I would like to. Could I empty a vial from my disguise kit and take a sample of the liquid myself?
oh
Absolutely.
no.
We'll get to
Why are
that.
we all cat?
Yeah, and you can get another sample of that, considering it's you can just walk up and get it. With casting
Okay.
Detect Magic, this is where things get weird.
Uh-oh.
So the rock itself, as well as even more concentrated in the liquid filament. This is oozing dark magic. Absolutely. Like, there are no questions about it. As for particular schools, it's hard to really pinpoint anything in particular. However, you're pretty damn certain this is fairly rich in dark magic in terms of its its core, its essence.
Mm-hmm. And the vials, are they also...
They're also dark magic, more concentrated.
More concentrated
a much
dark
darker,
magic. Okay.
a much darker shade. Like, for the case of looking at things with Detect Magic, dark magic shows up basically with like a deep violet kind of tinge. The violet is even more vibrant. Looking at the liquid.
I'd be careful with those if I were you. Wouldn't gather too many of them. Don't know what it is, but I don't trust it.
Well, alternate idea. We probably don't want to leave any of it here if it's dangerous, right?
And also another thing with Detect Magic, roll a perception check.
Oh god, perception check. Well, I guess... let's see what I see!
What's your magic eyes see?
Perception... Oh,
15.
I wish I had an inspiration to use on it.
You're good. Ignore the side. No, the other side. We're good. Either way,
Yeah,
it's a
I know.
success. 15 looking around. You're kind of like trying to, because even you just kind of looking at the center of like the core of this this half directly, it's like, oh, it's making your head spin a little bit, even especially with thick magic. So you're not looking directly at it, more at your peripheral. As you're kind of looking around at the mountain, more specifically the holes born into the mountain, and other places, there is the faintest tinge of dark magic, like trace amounts, presumably as it sinks deeper.
Oh no.
However, on top of
Oh
that,
no.
looking around at the impact site itself, you're realizing now, like as you're just kind of looking at the ground and everything, the entire area has like the very faintest darker tinge to it.
We need
Like
to leave here soon.
almost like a very slight, like almost like you put on tinted sunglasses.
I'm gonna look at myself. Do I have like this more violet?
Looking at it yourself, you see your holy symbol, which is very clearly more of like this this bright, like cream whitish kind of color. That's divine magic. You're good.
What about like soles of my boot?
Soles of your boot. You pick up your boots. Look like kind of basically looking at the dirt kind of underneath. It is incredible. It's only barely noticeable.
Barely. Okay.
Yeah. It seems to be more. It seems to be more the locale and the land itself.
This land's being corrupted. We should probably.
Yeah. Which also, you think back to the tar dirt area and just kind of looking back over there. Yeah, it's fairly dark magic that's presumably leaching and seeping out into the ground.
While we are still then, for the remainder of the time that we are here, I'm going to start prestidigitating the remainder of this stuff away.
Okay.
Before we go,
Elred, what do you see?
There is corruption all around this area. And
What?
the source of it is right here.
So,
And it's
where are
buried
we
in-
see it?
What?
Everything
Where
pertains to meteorite?
The meteorite's the source, and it's emanating. It is
Yeah.
spreading.
Yeah.
And
It's almost
burrowing
like,
into the
like a
ground.
drop of blood in a pool of water. Like, it's very
Mm.
faintly, like, seeping out. Like, spreading out.
I will start ritual casting detect magic myself.
Yep, you see, as I described before.
I will. No. I'll keep detect magic on just to continually try and clean first the meteorite and then
Yep.
first the meteorite and then anywhere else if you have the time.
For prestidigitation, you start prestidigitating to basically clean up these like pockets of this filament substance. However, as you're watching your the magic go off, it's like because it kind of just goes up in a puff of smoke. That sort of like black, smoky, violet kind of energy starts to basically billow up into a very faint smoke cloud up into the sky.
Oh no! Why did you make this?
It's dark magic, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh god.
So, is my detect magic on?
Yep, you are seeing. You are seeing as I had described to Elred.
Okay, so the holes that burrow, right?
Mm-hmm. The burn.
May I
holes, like the
attempt-
acidic burn holes.
To use magic missile spread between a few of them.
You cast magic missile into the darkness.
Like, the question is, with the detect magic, can I see it for the purpose of the magic missile?
It's
You can-
there were trace
it's-
amounts in the hole.
Yeah, it is like trace amounts. It is very, it's no, it like now that basically Elred's kind of pointing out like certain things with the help. You can also make it out. It's like it is incredibly faint. Like
I
where-
want to. Still, I want to see what the effects of the force magic are on these trails.
Okay. You
I
shoot.
think that's where these.
You shoot magic missile into the hole.
Yep. 3 separate holes, I guess.
Okay.
Wide sample.
All right. Roll for damage.
Oh, let me get a nice spell book.
Okay. And as you're shooting these bolts of purplish arcane energy, like a much brighter and a much nicer looking, more of like this sort of indigo kind of purplish kind of tinge, shooting off into 3 of these different pockets in Earth, and there's like a faint, like just kind of coming from each of them. Presumably, there was the brief, like almost like sending a torch down into a hole. These holes kind of keep going, and it also seem to be like kind of turning and twisting in different directions. So they seem to basically like hitting against like turns, and then just kind of impact. And so you see a brief flash of light.
The dark magic in the parts that they covered, though, where the missiles were going through. What does it look like? Same as before.
It's a very slow gradient, but it's faintly going darker and darker as it goes in. And for a brief moment after that magic missile impacts, there's like that little indigo like of the impact from the attack before it slowly starts to fade away, continuing turning back to the darker violet.
Interesting. Elred,
Yeah?
if you use my dagger, would you like to try to smite this dark energy
In the
in
meteor?
that meteorite?
Before I do that, I'm going to wait. When you were looking at it plainly, without detect magic on, was it did it also hurt your eyes?
Definitely.
Well, I guess I might as well keep this on then. I'll take the
I'm offering my dagger to it just in case it's like super acidic or damaging.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair. That's fair. Yes. I'll take then. Thank you. I will take the dagger.
So I recommend just sticking it in and trying it.
You didn't.
Like,
Wait.
What?
John.
Stop that.
Okay. Do we hear this?
Roll a perception check.
Damn it. Okay. Fucking hell.
Way ahead of you.
20, 17, 12. Natural 20. Actually, quick question: is the Enigma also up there, like in the crater with everyone, or is she?
Yes.
Are they still? Okay. So, for a moment, Elred and Tabby, your heart drops as that magic missile boom, boom, goes off. Lily, you're just sitting there, huh? Guess not really much happened. It is very faint. Before you realize, kind of putting your ear closer, it's coming from deeper in the mountain.
Oh.
Elred.
Yeah. There's not just one of them.
Could be a nest.
This was an, as much as I hate to say it, an egg pod.
And
Probably. And
as
it
you
is-
say that, the Enigma with a natural 20, there's almost this kind of the only way I could describe it is paste being stuffed into a tube. As there's this kind of like slurping kind of noise from much fainter in as you kind of put your ear to it. Before you realize it's slowly getting louder.
Something's coming.
smite it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Smite the
and
egg.
When
Smite
I hear
it.
that, yeah, I'm smiting the egg. I'm.
You're smiting the egg, or you're smiting the hole?
the egg.
Okay.
Egg first.
Getting rid of all
Alright.
that stuff before I can.
Okay, roll to hit.
Yeah, okay, dagger.
Strength or dex. Either
Yeah.
one.
Okay, just gonna be a strength.
And then plus your proficiency as your
Natural
proficiency.
20.
20 and plus proficiency.
And also, sir,
Oh god, you're smiting.
smites
Oh.
are doubled when on crit.
Crit
That's,
smiting.
that's double
Not double.
dice.
Can you smite objects? I'm not sure you can.
Well, let me
This
check
isn't
what-
technically an object.
The egg
For
is
one.
an egg is an object.
The egg would be considered to be an object for the sake of this.
Yes. So it is gonna be
now,
Uh,
Yeah,
let me-
smite.
could you click? I was gonna say, could you click on Divine
Yeah.
Smite for me real quick?
Yeah, I googled it.
yeah.
Divine smite is when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack. Hence, you cannot smite an
Ah.
object.
So yeah,
I
unfortunately,
would
Technically-
argue that we just
technically-
extracted this.
Technically, I will say also magic missile cannot target objects. I think, but I'm not sure.
I mean
actually, that is
the liquid. Liquid is not a is it
Well, we
dry?
extracted an essence from the liquid.
right, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a creature.
Yeah, magic missile specifically
'cause
only
it's an
targets
egg. It's
creatures.
an egg, and it's
But it's either one of two things, right? Or a body of a creature.
I'm sorry. I just thought it's an
Corpses-
egg, but it could also
Corpses
be
are technically objects.
Corpses
Yeah,
are
finish,
objects.
That's the whole
finish.
thing. Anyway,
Yeah, this is an egg, but is it alive? If it's alive, but it's going to be alive. Is this like an abortion topic?
yeah, we're not getting to that right now. Anyway,
We're not getting into that.
Yeah, no, we're not getting to that. Nonetheless, you would unfortunately, technically, you normally wouldn't have been able to magic missile into the hole because if it's not targeting a creature, but it's whatever. Either way, Aelred, if you'd like to roll the damage on the attack.
All right, so it's 2d4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you just like
Oh,
almost.
whoops, that was 1d4. Sorry.
Oh, yep. Roll again.
Oh.
And then
Roll
plus
another
your strength, of course.
Yeah,
Plus your
plus strength, which is 2, so total of 9. Wait,
okay,
no,
9.
sorry, 11, because strength is 2 times 2, 4.
No,
Oh,
it-
yeah.
is it? How do
don't
crit work again? Do you double modifier?
It's
think you double.
It's double the dice.
Yeah, I thought
Okay,
that
so
was
it's 9. So it's
Yeah,
9.
so it's 9. Either way, you just take your dagger and luckily the interior lattice work of the egg itself is a lot easier to carve at. As you just start like basically take a knife and start dragging it through. It's almost like squeezing honey from honeycomb, as like this whitish prismatic substance starts oozing from the slash, and as the flecks of like almost shale, and like very just sharp pieces just start crashing down from the knife swipe. And as that happens, the sounds keep getting louder and seeming to be coming closer from the
Let's-
interior of the mountain.
Elridge is like, let's go! Let's head back to the outpost now!
Can we determine how many there are of the
With
sound?
with a natural 20, the sound seems to be coming from multiple holes.
Wait, the sound is
So-
coming from the meteorite?
No, it's coming from the mountain.
Oh, okay.
Like you basically are putting you briefly kind of put your ear up to one of the holes and you heard that slurping noise as if whatever was inside is coming out.
Elrid is pulling everyone out of the crater and is going to join up with the scouting group from the outpost.
I am
Okay.
going to stay close to the center of where the impact.
No,
you're-
move. We have to go.
I know what I'm doing.
As you're staring out, okay, how far away are you looking from the holes in the mountain? I should ask.
I would be about 15 feet back and taking the dodge action.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Consistent.
15 feet away.
It was nice knowing
as
you.
you-
It was nice
Yeah,
knowing you.
as you're looking up basically where the hole in the side of this mountain is now, from where that half of this rock has been removed. You can see almost now, it looks like gallons of that whitish ichor oozing out from the side of the mountain and kind of pooling into basically this glob on the ground. Before that glob almost seems to start to darken and solidify and expand as it starts to sort of form shapes of arms and legs and a face of tendrils that quickly flash a shade of vibrant reds. As once again now the rest of the party has been introduced face to face with this creature.
Is there only one?
For now, you see one. And as your lungs vibrates and your whole body shakes from whatever vocalizations this creature is making, clearly enraged at what has happened to its domain, that's where we're gonna have to end the session for tonight.
Of course it is where we're gonna have to end the session, because we're about to get into fucking initiative. Again.
Yep.
I like it.
God, you mother... Why? Why did you have to stay?
Ruka's
commence
gonna
murder.
flee. She's too curious, for one.
Oh God.
Well, curiosity. For once, it wasn't the cat that curiosity killed. Apparently.
Yeah. It was a little Ruka that killed.
So, I suppose we're gonna. I suppose we'll have to tune in for next session to see how the hell this combat's gonna go.
You're a
for
bastard,
real.
John.
Hey.
No, it's just. Oh, no, you're a great guy, but what the fuck, man?
I don't know what to tell you. It's not me. It's this fucking thing.
Yeah, a thing that you. Never mind. I'm not
I
gonna
don't know what
this
you're talking
argument.
about. I'm not here. I'm just the narrator.
I'm not here. I'm just a figure of your imagination.
I killed
Exactly. No. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm afraid we'll have to end the session for tonight for Legends of Dare.
Why am I in a straitjacket?
Wait, take your pills. No.
Oof.
No.
Oh.
I took my pills and now my best friend's gone. No.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not going there. We're
That's
not going there.
sad.
But no. Either way, I suppose at this point we'll probably be moving over to the general chat once the stream is over, because again, people are gonna want to talk about this, and considering
Oh my God. Yeah.
shit's gonna go down, my friend. But nonetheless, I suppose I'll have to catch you guys next time. But until then, I do have for the words. Fuck.
Have a Discord you can join and
Yes,
continue the
thank
conversation
you.
with.
Yes, there's a link to the Discord that's to the Grotto in the About section of the About channel on Twitch for wanting to check in over there. There's also a YouTube channel, youtube.com/natureclaws. Probably also have to add that to the actual About section as well, because I keep forgetting to do that, but it's fine. That's where all the VODs for the different D&D campaigns are being shown. So if you didn't get the chance to catch any of the other earlier streams of any of the Legends of Dondareth games thus far, you can check those out there. But yeah, I suppose then in that case, we shall see you.
Why are there
sides.
multiple of them?
You don't know if this is the same one or not.
Yeah.
Or if
Why
there
are there multiple?
I mean, hey, you guys saw multiple impacts on the island. So
Oh
suppose we'll have
no, that's not what I meant. No.
See you guys next week.